Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Old Sarge Collects. Are you guys as excited as I am about this upcoming World Series? I'm just so excited about this. So, I was doing a little bit of research into the Dodgers and the Yankees and how many times they've faced off in the World Series, and I learned that they have faced off more times than any other teams have faced off in the World Series. This is going to be their 12th time facing each other in the World Series. So, what I wanted to do is I wanted to show some cards that represent each World Series that where they've faced each other. And the last time that they faced each other was in 1981. Now, what I plan to do is I'm going to give a little bit of facts about the each World Series, kind of who the stars were, and show some cards that I feel like represent those World Series. I may not have cards that represent each series, but I'll do my best. So the last time they faced each other was in 1981. And in that series, the Dodgers won 4 games to 2. One of the series stars was a rookie by the name of Fernando Valenzuela. Here is Fernando Valenzuela's 1981 Topps Traded rookie card to represent that series. And also, I don't have this individual's card, but on the Yankee side, Willie Randolph was a big contributor for the Yankees. He was actually the biggest contributor in that series for the Yankees. And I've had this Willie Randolph autograph since I was like 10. This was actually given to me by Uncle Mike. Uncle Mike and Willie Randolph were actually teammates in 1982 on the Yankees. And then they were also teammates later when Willie Randolph was on the Dodgers. So here is my gifted Willie Randolph autograph from Uncle Mike. So he represents the Yankees. And then one last card to represent the 1981 World Series is this Reggie Jackson 1980 Topps card. Now, that was his final year with the Yankees in 1981. In 1982, he would then move over to the Angels. But he did play in the series, but he just didn't do as great as he had done in the past. And I'll get more into that going back, talking about some other series. So, before 1981, they met in 1978, where the Yankees won 4-2. Now, to represent the 78 series, again, here's Reggie Jackson. He did a phenomenal job in that series. This is the only card I have to represent that series. I don't have any Dodgers cards, and I don't have any slabbed cards. Just this one. This one card is all I have to represent the 78 World Series. And then in 77, they met again. The Yankees won that series 4 games to 2. And the two cards that I have to represent that series is Thurman Munson's 1977 Topps. I've had this card since I was a kid. This was one of the first cards I sent in for grading. And, I pulled it straight from the binder and it sent it straight off to SGC. So, Thurman Munson was a big star in the 77 series, but also, and this was probably the biggest star of the 77 series, was Reggie Jackson himself. Now, this card is from 78, and it represents the 1977 World Series record breaker, where he got the most home runs in one World Series. So, that is the 77 representative. Before 1977, they met in 1963. In 63, the Dodgers won that series 4 games to 0. So it was a shutout. The first card I'm going to share with you is this 1963 Fleer Sandy Koufax. Sandy Koufax was one of the big stars for the Dodgers, and this card greatly represents that World Series. And I love the 63 Fleer Sandy Koufax card. So really happy to have this card in my collection. And another card I have that I'm going to use to represent that World Series is this 1962 post serial of Roger Maris. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any Yankees cards from 63, but I do have this 1962 post serial. And the cool thing about that is that this shows that on October 1st, 1961, Roger Maris set the new home run record of 61 home runs in a season. So this is also the ad back for post serial. So I really enjoy having that card in my collection as well. So before 1963, they met again in 1956. The Yankees won that series 4-3. And the big stars, well, who can forget Game 5 with that perfect game that Don Larson threw? And this card, this 2007 Upper Deck Masterpiece, will have to represent that series, or that game in particular, where Don Larson threw that perfect game. So this is of Yogi Berra and Don Larson hugging it out at the end of the game. But I also have this 56 Mickey Mantle. He was one of the big stars of that series. And then for the Dodger side, I have this 56 Jackie Robinson. And in 1955, they faced each other. This time, the Dodgers won the series. This was actually the first time the Dodgers ever won the series. And the Dodgers won that series 4-3. So they went all 7 games of the series. So I pulled a couple of Dodger cards to share with you. The first one being one of my favorite Jackie Robinson cards of all time, the 1955 Topps Jackie. I absolutely love this card, and he had a great series that year, so awesome card to represent that 55 series. But I also have this 55 Golden Stamps Tommy Lasorda, and I don't really know if he pitched in the series. I didn't look that up, but it's just another Brooklyn Dodger card to represent the 1955 World Series. So now on the Yankee side of the house, I do have this 55 Bowman Mickey Mantle to represent that team for the World Series. All right, and so they faced each other again in 1953, where the Yankees won 4-2. The two big stars for that series were Mickey Mantle and Yogi Berra. So I'm going to go ahead and share my 53 Yogi Berra. This is his 53 Topps. One of my more favorite Yogi Berra cards. And I also have his teammate, the 53 Topps Mickey Mantle. And just for funsies, I'm throwing in this 53 Bowman color Mickey Mantle. And for the Dodgers, I'm having this 1953 Topps Jackie Robinson represent the Dodgers that year. All right, they faced each other again in 1952. This time the Yankees beat out the Dodgers 4-3. And for the Yankees, I have this 1952 Bowman Yogi Berra. I'm not going to show any Topps cards because I don't have any to represent those two teams. Although I do wish I had the Mickey Mantle. So here's the 52 Bowman Yogi Berra. I also wish that I had the 52 Bowman Mickey Mantle. That is on my want list for 2025. But for the Dodgers, I have the 52 Bowman Pee Wee Reese. And I have the 52 Bowman Roy Campanella. Now, in 1949, they faced each other, and the Yanks won 4-1. I don't have any 1949 cards to share. The closest that I could get would be 1951, and so I'm going to share my 1951 Bowman, Phil Rizzuto. Love this image of Phil Rizzuto on this 1951 Bowman. And another card that I equally love is this 1951 Bowman Duke Snider. Awesome image of Duke Snider. Now they faced each other in 1947, where the Yankees won 4-3. The big stars were Joe DiMaggio and Yogi Berra. I do not have any 1947 Joe DiMaggio cards, but I have this 1961 Joe DiMaggio Golden Press, which I'll use to represent him. Hey, you never know. Maybe that picture was taken in 1947. Then I also have this 51 Topps Redback, card number 1 of Yogi Berra. Now, I love this card, and I love what this card represents. But unfortunately, I don't have a 47 Yogi Berra either. And then the first time that the Yankees and the Dodgers ever faced each other in a World Series was in 1941. The big stars for the Yankees was Red Ruffing and Joe DiMaggio. The Yankees won that series 4-1. I don't have a 41 Red Ruffing, but I will have to share this 1934-36 Diamond Stars of Red Ruffing. And this will have to do in place of that 1941 Play Ball Red Ruffing. He is in that set. But I do have the 41 Play Ball Joe DiMaggio to represent that year in that World Series. And Joltin' Joe had an amazing year that year. Kind of reminiscent a little bit of, maybe like Aaron Judge, the kind of years that he's been having lately. Joe DiMaggio was just having phenomenal seasons in the early 1940s. So here is Joltin' Joe on this 1941 Play Ball to represent the 1941 World Series. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give a like on this video. Hit that thumbs up. And other than that, hope you guys enjoy the World Series this year. I don't really care who wins. I think it's going to be a great series. I think it's going to be a crazy awesome matchup. And I just can't wait to watch. The first game is going to be on Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So super excited about that. Anyway, you guys keep hunting the good stuff. Take care, and we'll talk to you soon.